Hi all, welcome to this online fall program, Visual Ethnography. My name is Winta Satwikasanti, you can call me Winta, and I will be one of your mentors in this almost a month program. And for this moment in time, I will be taking you to an exploration of public speaking according to me. How is it so? Because I'm not a formal certified public speaking professional, but however, my background is product design and I've been teaching since 2009, have pursued higher education, so I had some experiences in delivering my project in public and competitions. As you can see on the screen, if you search online what is public speaking, and then you can find the term of pitching, elevator pitching, 3 minutes presentation, PECHA KUCHA, speedy presentation. What is all about that? And to be honest, all of them is just like parts of the form of a public speaking itself. And they were not easy and comfortable moments for me due to my introverted side and anxiety. Do you have the same problems? If so, I found how to deal with it with the design thinking in an inclusive perspective. I found a strategy and I will share with you for free. And if I could do this, I believe that you can do it too. So this presentation will be delivered in 3 sections. The part 1, what actually happens in public speaking, and part 2, preparing your body as the tools, and part 3, common mistakes. And there will be a little exercise between them. You can pause and do the exercise in your own pace. And please continue to the next section when you're ready. So let's start with part 1, what it actually happens in public speaking. In this section, we will discuss about what is public speaking, what elements are involved to build a strategy, and how should we understand the whole situation in details. So this is the common situation happens when we do the public speaking. No matter how big the crowd is, it could be a person, it could be 2 or 3 persons, could be hundreds or thousands of people listen to you. The most important thing is we have to see the situation by an inclusive perspective and as a whole and in details. Obviously, the first element that we have to consider is the speaker itself, and the second is the content, and the third is the limited time. This is the truly game changer. The fourth is the audience, and the fifth is the distance. This is sometimes we forgot about this. Okay, let's talk about you as a speaker as the fundamental element in public speaking. If you try to search online, you will find tips how to speak, how to act, your gesture, and interestingly, in my own experience, you have to start by knowing yourself. We call it profiling, because sometimes we don't know who I am. Well, we can start by doing psychological tests online. For instance, according to Myers and Briggs' 16 personalities, I am an INFJ, introvert, intuitive, feeling, and judging. I recommend that we have to use this kind of result responsibly, and you can talk to a certified expert, but at least it can be used as a starting point to know how you process the information and express your thought. After we know our nature, we can build a strategy. The next step is to recall experience and feelings. What is your pain and gain? Are you happy if you can see other people smiling at you because of what you say? Or will you be disturbed by people staring at you? That is something that you have to write down, because it can be the answer of what kind of strategy you choose. And the last one, you have to know your selling point or your uniqueness. Are you good in making jokes? Are you good telling a story? Write it down as well, because that could be your inspiration to build your material speech and a strategy. For instance, according to my characteristics, I'm an overthinking person. So I tend to think people thought when I was delivering my presentation. But with my theatrical experience, when I got it in high school, I started to enjoy in observing people, to read their gestures. And I also think visually. Therefore, I prefer to imagine an upcoming situation as a sequence, like a movie scene, and think about the details. I will put my detective hat and start browsing the situation that I will be in, the venue, and imagine how I will feel. So that is a visualization technique. The next element is the content. The main point of public speaking is the speaker deliver her or his thought in a structured way, so the audience can be on the same page with the speaker to understand and grasp the message. In the content section, we have to consider about the familiarity of the topic and set the goal, and we have to be clear, concise, and coherent in delivering our message. Is it a little bit confusing? Okay, we will go to the next slide. So what I meant about the clear familiarity topic to the clear goal is we have to understand if our topic is a part of public common knowledge. For instance, if we're talking about the people behavior, I'm a human, you're a human, and we see humans, people, and their behavior in our everyday life. So we have the same base. However, if you're delivering the topic in a very specific way, such as you're talking about the mathematics, or you're talking about a certain technology that I will have an effort to understand it as a common people, not from your specialty. So we have to get a strategy somehow to bring that specific knowledge to the common knowledge by giving the illustration probably, or to have an analogy in everyday life. But before that, we have to understand as well, what is the goal of your presentation? Will it be to inform the audience. So it will be one direction from you to them. And then also, do you want to educate them in a way of you want to tell them and then to let that knowledge be absorbed by the audience, and then they have a time to penetrate it and to practice it in everyday life. Or you want to persuade or convince. This is going to be a tricky one because you want an action from them. You want a quick response, like you want them to be in the same spirit with you. Or you want to activate them to make an action, or to inspire and motivate them so they can have the same spirit and spread it to the other people. Or you just want to entertain them. For instance, like a standing up comedy. That's also a public speaking as well. The third is the limited time. Based on the neuroscience, the science of the brain only be able to absorb a clear sentence. So because of the limited time, maybe it's a 10 minutes presentation, or it's 3 minutes, or 1 minute, or maybe 10 seconds. That is the game changer of how you build your strategy. You want to ask the audience quickly understand. So you have to deliver it in a deductive or straightforward. Why it's so important? Because in some culture, for instance Indonesia, there might be a thinking, like a rounded thinking. It's not a straightforward, and it tended to happen to so many people as well. And it's a part of the way of thinking. And therefore, it's really, really important for us to educate ourselves, to practice, to put the topic sentence in forward, like at the beginning of our speech or our section, and the details follow. And the second one is just the brain also needs to absorb in a full sentence to make it clear. Then it only be able to absorb a very compact sentence, just one line. That should be your length of your topic sentence in the beginning of every section in your speech. The next part is the audience. We have to know the background, how do they think, but most of the time it will be diverse. There will be someone with a little knowledge of what your topic is, and so you have to inclusively arrange your speech for the common public, the common people with diverse background. And also, the second is you have to make a relatedness. So you have to make the connection between the speaker, yourself, and to the audience. The third, you have to think about the impact. What do you want to be thought by the audience. Do you want them to be fulfilled, energized? Think about the emotions that they might feel when you deliver your presentation. This is when we think about the audience from the user, the people-centered. So we have to understand the process of transferring the knowledge, transferring the message. Have you known about the human brain waves? There are like 4 minimum the brain waves happening in the human, like this. We are in the beta brainwave when we just like fully conscious, and there will be, so if we go to the understand the situation, the public speaking in a user-centered, we will find human can experience a brain waves. When we, in a conscious situation like this, like doing your activity, will be in a beta brain waves, and you take a rest, and when you are so relaxed, you will be in the theta brain waves, when the information will come to your brain without blocked by yourself. So that is the good moment to penetrate, to deliver your ideas to the audience. You have to make them relax. And then you should try to transfer the knowledge itself from you to the audience, and to touch their heart psychologically, to play with their emotion and make them accept what your message is by building the connection. And then at the end, you will ask for the response by building their adrenaline, using the momentum. How to grasp the knowledge. Oh, sorry. So this is a strategy to bring the knowledge from you as a speaker to the audience. There is like a window, the 4th section. So this is the common window of knowledge. There will be like 4 sections, and we will start from the left top, open or shared. Sometimes there is like information that both of you and others know, and there is a blind spot, the information that you don't know but others know, and the hidden, the information that you know but others don't know, and the unknown. This is the dangerous part, the information that neither you or others know. The strategy is to open your speech, to build the connection as the introduction. We have to be able to find the information that you know but others don't know, so they can grasp the attention to you. That's a new thing for me. Therefore, both of you, the speaker and the audience, could understand the same thing. That's the bridging to share the same values or the same information. And this will be the climax or the peak or the tension of your speech, because you, with your strategy, with your method, you answer the unknown, the information that neither you nor others know, or the blind spot, the information that you don't know at first, but others know, but that's something new because you know now, and then you share the same information with them. So the point is to bring the right quadrant to the left quadrant. For the solution, you give the solution and you close it by sharing the same information, the same level between you and the audience. To sum up, this is the strategy. I found these stairs could be a very good illustration. The introduction will start with the bang. So it's something new for them, and to lead their attention to you as the speaker. And the bridging is, you know these things, I know these things. We share the same information, such as like everyday life, or the same common knowledge, or the same way of understanding something. And then the speech will be built up to the peak or the tension where you have done so many things to answer a question, the unknown or the blind spot. Therefore, you can't have the solution to a problem or giving an innovative, an invention, a new way of thinking, a new framework to solve the problem or to bring a new understanding. That's what we call it, the hero. And then it should be closed by a question. If we have understood this and we are on the same page, what's next? Can we do something together? Or can we, inspired by this and spread the words? And boom, the influence, your inspiration, the influence will be there. That's what we call momentum. So, the last one is the distance. As a human, we have this physical and psychological aspect. The last one is we have to consider the distance between the speaker and the audience. Both of us, either the speaker and the audience, are humans. So we have a psychological and a physical aspect. This discussion of the distance will be lead to the second section, which is the preparing your body as the tool. The point is we have to rehearse, we have to practice. Why? Okay, because the physical, it's talked about the breathing, the eye contact, the gesture, the articulation, and the tone. It's something that we need to train, to be trained of. For instance, like, we will start with the breathing one. I want to try to do an exercise of how to breathe properly to enhance your public speaking method. So, if you can do lay down on your back, on a very, on the floor, for instance, on your bed. And then just put your natural pose. And then put your one of your hand on the top of your stomach. And your body will automatically, not breathing on your chest, like this. This is breathing on your chest. Your chest will be going up and down, moving. But when you are laying down, your body automatically being relaxed. And then you will do the stomach breathing or diaphragm breathing. This is when you will have the full power, the full control of your body. Make sure that you can feel your palm on your stomach and it's moving up and down. And then focus. And then try to imagine a constant, a steady rhythm. Or you can put music, for instance, like classical music or raining drops, like tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. This is very important because sometimes, because of our excitement or our anxiety, we forgot to breathe. Can you imagine it? Well, maybe you don't realize it, but it happens. And it's really important for you to have a steady breathing. And then you have to exercise this. Maybe you need more than once. Just try, in my first week, I will try every day, every morning or twice a day, to understand what is actually the stomach breathing. And when you master it, you can try it by standing up. Just standing up. And then you will find it's more relaxing. It's less effort. And after that, you can try breathing whilst talking. So your voice not produced on the chest. This is my chest production. But this is my diaphragm or my stomach production. Can you feel the difference? This is my chest, and this is my chest. This is my stomach, sorry. So it's more powerful. And later on, you can try this power pose. This is so famous in a public speaking practice. So don't forget to breathe. And then you raise your hands like this. This is the victory pose. And then chin up. Breathe with your stomach breathing technique. And then put your shoulder back like this. Chin up and breathe. And then put this pose. Hold it whilst you're breathing. And believe it or not, this pose will help to generate your body to generate the happiness hormone, the testosterone, which like the testosterone is just like help you to control your action and your mind. So if we go back to this slide again, the breathing technique could answer already your articulation and tone and your gesture, because now you have the power pose, and then it will help to boost your confidence, and then to be able to do the eye contact to the audience. I suggest to composing a script and then to rehearse by practicing your speech and time it according what is your limited. If you're in a 3 minutes presentation and then you have to set 3 minutes time, or PECHA KUCHA, it's shorter, or is it an elevator pitch? You need like a minute or 15-second speech. So that's why rehearsal is very important. But be careful about your anxiety. You have to consider it and then try to manage what kind of situation that my anxiety will be built in. So you can try by having a screensaver, for instance, or just browse so many people image, and then you can to build a familiarity watching so many people in front of you. And also, if you have to deliver a presentation in other language, this is one of my tips, is I will bring up the subtitle of the language. For instance, I have to present in an English language, and then I will try to mimic what the presenter saying or the actor saying. You can have the movie, you can have the, for instance, TEDx presentation, and then I will just like mimicking and get the pace as the presenter, as the native speaker speaking. It really helps because you have to loosen the muscles on your face as well. The last part is the common mistakes that we should usually do. The first one is not aware to the situation. The second one, the message is not clearly delivered. And the third one, if you remember, there is no flow or coherence of the way you deliver the message. Again, the limited time is the game changer. So we have to have a strategy to build up like that stairs, and then to use the momentum to grasp their attention, their spirit, and to make them to act. And the fourth one is do not rehearse. Sometimes we just forgot about it, but there isn't any other way than practice, practice, and practice. Thus, you will get familiar with the situation. You get familiar with your body, perceive the information, perceive the stimulus, like what's happening in the public speaking, in your presentation, how's the audience would react, and also how you process what's happening in your body. So this is the framework that works for me. Of course, I'm still practicing as well because it's a never-ending experience. There's always a new situation, a different sequence, a different purpose. So I'm still learning, but somehow this framework works for me, but you need to explore it as according to your needs, according to your characteristics itself. and according your topics. So that's all my secrets which I share with you. Hopefully it will help you to present whatever you need to deliver at the end of the program. And just remember, practice, practice, practice. Knowing yourself, build strategy, and bring it on. Can't wait to see you. Bye.